Members of the Amalgamated Union of Public Service Corporation Technical Employees has trooped to the streets of Abuja, calling on the authority of Fidelity Bank PLC to obey court order by paying salaries and pension of its workers in the bank custody. The union picketing on Fidelity Bank on its refusal to obey court order for withholding salaries and allowances of its members who are workers of Anambra State Environmental Protection Agency and Anambra State Water Corporation, all under Anambra State government, lament on the ill health and suffering encountered by members of the union on a daily basis in the process of waiting to be paid in order to cater and attend to their immediate needs, as well as urgent medical treatment by members of the union, which they termed as inhuman and wickedness on the part of the Fidelity Bank PLC. The union, however, called on the federal government and other law enforcement agencies to come to its aid and prevail over the bank refusal to obey court order.
And they asked the bank to pay the money to the union so that the union can in turn pay the money to the workers. For more than 2 months now, they refuse to obey the court order. Rather, they started devising some other criminal ways to ensure that the money continue to stay with them. As far as we are concerned, the money is not with Anambra State government again. The money is with Fidelity Bank, and they don't have right to hold that money. Other banks that this same court garnished their money, they have paid their own. Why Fidelity Bank is saying they don't want to pay? So that is our take now. They should pay us the money, we pack our loads and go. For now, nobody have come out to our concern. We will not also give up until that money is being paid, so that the poor workers there.
Some reason we are here this morning is very simple. One, the basic heading is that we are asking Fidelity Bank to obey court order. We have a garnishee against them, so we are just asking them to obey the court order. But if I should give you the genesis of what really happened, so that you know how it gets to the issue of court order. We have an issue with Anambra State government over non-payment of salaries and allowances of workers of Anambra State Environmental Protection Agency, ANSEPA, and Anambra State Water Corporation. These two agencies, government of Anambra State is owing them for upward of about 30 years. We met the government, we had a series of meetings for them to be paid, but they were not paid. And when we exhausted all avenues of discussion, we approached the National Industrial Court. So when we had approached the National Industrial Court ruled in our favor that the workers deserve to be paid for the sweat of their labor. So Anambra State government appealed that case. So when they appeal again at Enugu NIM, they also lost the case again. So there was a garnishee order. The court now said, okay, we should go and see where Anambra State have their money so that the account can be garnished.
So 2 years back, First Bank has paid up to 2.1 billion out of that money, which has been paid to our staff who are sick and dead. Most of them are dead even now, because they are due for retirement, some have gone, and their families are suffering. So 2.1 billion is paid from from First Bank. FCMB has paid their portion. We don't know what the problem with Fidelity is. They refuse to comply. And the account is garnished by court. They can't touch that money. We don't know what interest they have in that. They are not a party to the suit. And they are not joining the suit. They have no business. They are just custodian of this money. And this money belongs to the workers. And they are supposed to pay this money. After 2 years of persuasion, we now gave them a notice of ultimatum for 3 weeks that we are going to picket them. It was after this notice they now decided to go and appeal the case. We don't know on what grounds they are appealing. They are not party to the first suit. So we said if you appeal, we know we will respect the law. But bring a restraining order from the court. We will not be here. But a mere appeal in a case you are not an interested party in, has no local standing. So nothing will stop us from picket this place. So we notify it, the law enforcement agencies, the DSS, the police and other relevant agencies, that were even the Ministry of Labor. And here we are today picketing this place. And by God's grace, after Easter, if they don't comply, we are going to come back and continue to picket. And we're picketing them nationwide. Thank you very much.
The union, however, sound a note of warning to Fidelity Bank PLC that no commercial activities will be allowed to take place in any of the bank branches nationwide if they refuse to obey court order. Aupctre, Aupctre, Court TV News, Abuja.